This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
A running play here on first down is going to go. He is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Love now on second down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Run!
The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. This defense for the Packers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try to run it more? Or do you draw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Herbert off of play action. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At their own 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
13 yards, 1st down, Packers.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Love. That's taken in by Kraft.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of looking behind it. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for him.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet. But the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And the Packers pick it up.
And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know it was a game but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Love for a right side, going to be complete to DeGuara.
And he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10.
Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 2nd down, here's Herbert.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is taken at the 23. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They'll come up 2nd and 7. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
2nd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebacker's now.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And his kick here is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And that flag accepted.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Justin Herbert looking to pass. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, Love.
Able to find his man, Kraft.
Strong running at the 30. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Well, but I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
1st down, Love to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Romeo Doubs
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 17-3.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5.
Here's Herbert. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Play action this time with Love.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Down inside the 10.
And down to the 7-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Following the interception, Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Tucker Kraft.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. Now Carlson for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Here's Carlson to kick off for the Packers.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Darius Davis on the return. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you...
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Firing quickly out wide is Love. Touchdown! A great play there. Here so far.
And the Packers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He'll drop that off to Edwards-Helaire.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
To throw is Duggan.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Jordan Love ready on first down here.
That's complete to Wicks.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play.
There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. Duggan looking to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5.
Here's Duggan to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Duggan now to throw. Going deep here for Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game.
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Now look out. He's to the 20.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Packers have got it on cruise control.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Carlson back out there now to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ultra. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the
Packer pressure, and down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Throwing, Duggan.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Duggan will look to throw this.
And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line.
Duggan.
Finding Williams once more, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Duggan.
Flushed out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the 1st time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Chargers first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Love going to break the huddle and lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
In motion right goes Reed. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Now Love. This one swung out here to Jones.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd down, Dugan. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
All right, right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Ready,
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
ready.
On 1st and 10, Love. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The Charles are still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the option, that's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
To throw is Duggan.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, Dugan. And Allen's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
A gain of 15. 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Dugan escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do is to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. at the 41-yard line.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed